going on now. So they were called nabobs. They were perceived as upstarts and social climbers in English society. So what they were doing, they were rising in hierarchy. They were rising their stature through the wealth they have earned from India. British now comes British expansion under Lord Wellesley. Sorry? Nabobs the term. Maybe there was the title of that time because there was at that time there was language relating was more prevalent during time because Britishers during that time Britishers were having influence of Rome and Latin. So that's why maybe this may be a Latin term or a Roman term. Similarity may be seen. So okay, British expansion under Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley was the Governor General of India. We were earlier reading about whom? Warren Hastings. He was the governor of only Bengal. Now we have the governor of the entire India, Lord Wellesley. From 1798 to 1805, he extended the British influence in two ways. So what ways were they? They were subsidiary alliance and outright wars. We will read about subsidiary alliance and outright wars. Subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance and outright wars. Under what? Under Lord Wellesley. So he tried to have control over India through these ways: subsidiary alliance and outright wars. So subsidiary alliance. As per the subsidiary alliance, a ruler had to disband his own army. Means disband his own army. No, they have to disperse. They have to make them go. Means they have to spread the whole army on a large land. He had to maintain British troops permanently at his cost, and see they are dispersing. They are making what happened? Yes, they were saying they were not allowing Indian army to join the army further, and they were dispersing them. They say that go home and sit. Now we will do what? We will appoint British army to maintain.
But they were taking the wealth.
So slowly and gradually they are doing what?
They are taking the wealth.
They are taking the entire control. They are taking the control of India at his cost and cede over some territory in lieu of it. Cede over means hand over some territory in place of it. So they were saying that if the British officials are coming as army and working in India, and you people will disperse, will go up, we will do what? We will hand over some territory in place of it. They were giving greed to Indians. In case ruler failed to make payments as a part of the territory, was taken as penalty. So all in all, they were the Indians who were suffering at political level, at physical level. No, they were saying that in case ruler failed to make payments, so they were giving not as free, they were also charging some sort of amount. So that's why. Yes, that's why they were the Indians or the Nawabs who were ultimately suffering. They were suffering at the level of politicality, at social level, at even physical level. They were torturing mentally also. They were torturing at a mental level. In case ruler fails to make payment, a part of the territory was taken as a way of penalty. So they were giving the territory and then they were asking for money. If they are not giving, then again they are taking back. So how skillfully they are trying to make rule out of India.
Answer.
Second point, a ruler had to accept a British officer called the resident. So British officer, now earlier we had this term, now we have the term resident. Above, resident. So they were doing what? In the territories, in the place where they are appointing the British officers, they were also one official, higher official called as resident. You can very much guess from the term resident means he was a residential, he was accommodating over there to have charge of India. He was to be stationed at the ruler's court to do what? To work as a spy, to see whatever is being going on, what they are planning, what is the government, what is the Nawab or the king is doing in his territory.
That's why in the region of the Indian.
Yes, he was a political or commercial agent. So they made him appear what? They were saying that he is a commercial or political agent, and in the same tactics they were doing the work of speculation. They were inspecting how the Britishers, how the kings were working. His job was to further the British interest. His main work was to just push on, saying on that go on following the Britishers and stop following your own rituals and values.
In the past history, in most of the things, the rulers were
Not past history, it's a part of medieval history.
medieval history.
Yes.
The rulers were the Britishers. Most of the telling in America when it was.
Yes, good point. Britishers at that time were the supreme power of the entire world. They have become so much because they were always curious. They were all Queen Elizabeth or the Queen Victoria. They were sending the diplomats. They were sending the people from Britain to see if there is any land. Earlier they were imagining that England was the only continent, only the place where we could imagine the land. So what they see after they are sending the diplomats or the voyagers, they discovered there is something another land. They named the land as New England, which is now called as America. So in this way, they are all the time making attempts to colonize, to move forward and colonize the entire world.
They were very clever.
With the French also they were having
Yes.
land disputes
Because of war with Russia, even then they coming to India. Then India was also a part of Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. They were all one. So they were spreading the whole arena of their control.
They tried their best to do whatever.
But later what? After the independence of India and America rose to power because Americans have they have technological advancement through which they made machine guns, weapons. Because Britishers were fighting through cavalry and infantry. You know cavalry and infantry. Cavalry. Yes, tell. What is cavalry? Where in the movie?
Cavalry is all that about that army is there, all that system.
Only
Yes,
people are
cavalry is
working
a type of fight in which they fight directly.
with hands and
Both
swords.
enemy sides are coming on foot. This is infantry. Then comes cavalry. In cavalry, they were coming on either horse or either elephant. They were at that time they were only having swords or historical weapons to which they could fight. Then comes artillery. The Americans were the ones who discovered artillery.
They were the
produced
first
machine
ones.
guns. They produced
They introduced
cannons with which they used to blast from a distance. So after that, Americans became powerful. And right now, who is the most powerful in the world? America. And you can even say China. China is also rising to power. That's why. So where were we? Resident. He was to be stationed at the ruler's court, working as a spy or as a political or commercial agent. A ruler had to expel all other foreigners from his territory. Foreigner means the Britishers did not want others like French or Russia or France to come and have charge of India. So what they were expelling the other colonizers. Point third, a ruler had to consult the British before negotiating with the Indian state. So ruler has to do what? They always have to make involve the Britishers in doing what? In negotiating with other Indian states. For example, Bengal has to negotiate, has to make approach to we can say Rajasthan or Uttar Pradesh. So first they have to have a meeting with
The British
Britishers.
rulers.
What are you doing, ma'am? Making notes of the subject.
History.
History. Why not listening? If you listen, you will grab more. See, this thing will help you out, but when we listen and when we discuss the chapter, it is more easy to grasp and to take it. Okay? Because when we are listening, when we are writing, our hand is only working. When we are listening and discussing, our hand, eyes, most of the organs have been involved. So try to be attentive in class. You can do this at home. The Nizam of Hyderabad was the first to sign a subsidiary alliance. So who signed the subsidiary alliance? Nizam of Hyderabad.
Nizam of Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Anyone has been to Hyderabad? No. Even I have not been. But I have tried Hyderabadi biryani.
Sir, I love
You
Hyderabad.
must have also tried. It's nice.
Very tasty, sir.
In Jodhpur or somewhere, there is a restaurant called Deccan Biryani. So that Deccan means Hyderabadi biryani. It is very much tasty.
Delicious of my father.
Okay, mashallah. The Nizam of Hyderabad was the first to sign a subsidiary alliance in 1798. In 1801, Lord Wellesley coerced the Nawab of Awadh to accept the subsidiary alliance. What is coerced? C-O-E, yes, C-O-E-R-S-E. You can always guess the word by reading the sentence. You are not having to C-O-E-R-S-E-D. So those who were not accepting the subsidiary alliance, they were forcing them to accept it with force. Sorry? In 1801. In 1801, Lord Wellesley coerced the 1801. Sorry, 1801, not 9. 1801. Lord Wellesley coerced whom? The Nawab of Awadh. It is somewhat near to like Kanpur and Lucknow. These are the neighboring states, regions of that time. Nawab to accept the subsidiary alliance. Peshwa Bajirao II signed a subsidiary alliance at Naseer in 1802. In 1802, they were also approaching
Second alliance.
Peshwa Bajirao. Peshwa Bajirao was also a powerful
Ruler.
Peshwa Maratha. So he was also persuaded by the Britishers to accept his alliance. Many Rajput chiefs also accepted British supremacy and signed treaties. So Indians were now under the control, under the shackles of the Britishers. The period gets over at
815.
now. The impact of subsidiary alliance. Girls, are you getting it or are you just telling it?
We are getting it.
Are you grasping or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask you that something. Who introduced the dual government? This row will answer. Who signed or introduced the dual government? Should I give you a hint?
No, sir.
Tell me. Look to these girls and say. Who introduced the dual government? Come on. Robert Clive or Robert Wellesley or Robert Warren Hastings? Tell the last girl.
Sir, I.
I'm asking who introduced the dual government?
Sir, I.
Yes, you.
I will tell you.
Yes, Robert Clive. And it lasted till. This is a tricky question. It is very difficult to remember dates.
The dates are
It
difficult.
lasted till. Okay, you tell. 1770. Remember, the dual government ended in
1772.
1772. In 1765. Okay. Now, who became the first governor of Bengal? first governor of Bengal. It is written on the board also.
Yes, sir. I think I
The last girl of the second row.
Somebody told me your answer.
Yes.
Sir, I think.
Warren Hastings. Yeah, why are you taking so much time? It is there on the board. Warren Hastings. Okay. British expanded their army under two influences. What were the two ways in which the Britishers expanded their territory? Good answer. It's on the board. There are two ways in which Lord Wellesley tried to expand the British government. Yes, the last second. Yes, the girl is the last third.
Subsidiary alliance and outright war.
Yes, Subsidiary alliance and outright war. So we are also reading about Subsidiary alliance. You can see the map. British territories of yellow color. So this is British territory. This much portion.
So it is very small.
Northeast part. So there are territories of British Maratha, Nizam and Mysore in the 18th century. Then earlier their rule was in here only. Then comes see purple color.
There was a lack of unity in Indians. If still at that time they would unite, they could have expelled British out.
Exactly.
Like then all
See,
they
though it
wanted
is mentioned, it is not of British. But what they are saying, territories of British, Maratha, Nizam and Mysore in the 18th century. So they gradually came over all these territories, all these states. So in this way, they like take over the entire control of India. And ultimately, people like Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose have to fight against them. Okay, now I think you are getting. The impact of Subsidiary alliance. So till now we are talking about the objectives and what were happening under Subsidiary alliance. Now we'll see what did it impact. The Indian rulers who accepted the alliance lost all their independence. So they completely came under the charge of Britishers. They could not take no independent decisions. In addition, they had to maintain the British army. So they were not having any control over their own government and they were coming under the control of British army. This was a great financial drain. Financial drain means
Financially lost this money.
yes, the Britishers were draining all the wealth. Wealth
Of India, wealth of India.
Wealth of
like
India.
in washing machine you have a drain pipe. In that speed they were draining money from India to Britain.
England.
This was a great financial drain. To make matters worse, the residents' demands also had to be fulfilled. So they were also fulfilling the demands of the residents. That one official who used to have a charge of the entire rulers, of the one ruler. They had very lavish style. They were demanding for give me this, give me a so and so, give me that.
They were
type of
very
food.
greedy.
They also want gifts to be presented. It proved very advantageous to the Britishers, obviously,
And disadvantages to
to
Indians.
Indians. They could maintain a large army at the cost of others. So they did what? They have expelled the Indian army and they were appointing Britishers. So at the cost of Indians, they were building their own army, the British army. This was a great, matter worse, the resident demands also to be fulfilled. They could maintain a large army at the cost of the others. The military and foreign affairs of alliance partners directly came under their control. So they were doing what? They were controlling all other aspects, financial, military and various other things that were under the charge earlier in the charge of the
Indians.
but now they were now in the charge of
Britishers.
British. This is the impact of Subsidiary alliance. They could exercise control even in internal matters. Like we have the local self-government, in which even today central authority or even the state authority cannot appear into the matters of the local self-government because it is a very basic, it is a very regional approach. In that, even in the regional approach, Britishers were trying to interfere in the matters of the regional people, in the internal affairs, through residents. And they are doing through what?
Residents.
Residents. no government official is appointed at the Gram Panchayat or even at the provincial level, but they were so much controlling that they appointed a resident so that they have the control of the basic
The
smallest region of India. Finally, territories of Indian rulers could be annexed at any point of time. So that they were annexing, they were extending their control on India. This led to the development of a new power bloc in the politics of India. They became the powerful bloc. The British became the supreme political power in India. At this time, they have become the supreme power in India. Now we will carry the period of rapid expansion from the next class. And let me see what are other topics. Lower Burma, British expansion. Lord Dalhousie is also an important person related to the colonizing of India. So girls, make sure that till where I have taught you, you go home, read the chapter again, think what I have discussed and make notes. Because making notes will ultimately help you. And see, if you will make it today, then it will be easier because it is fresh in the mind. If you will, yes, if you will postpone, then it will postpone. Your mind will everything will vanish from the mind. So let me write. So when are you giving me treat of your biryani? Today is 6.
So you come at my home, I'll give you. Ma'am, I is eating very tasty biryani.
MashaAllah. This was his treat.